Job interviews, learning outcomes. After reading this chapter, you will be able to have a clear understanding of the job interviews, its purpose, and its process. Develop personality traits that are assessed during job interviews. Know different types and stages of job interviews that are held. Become confident in appearing at job interview. Amit Dubey's journey through rejection and resilience. Couple of months back, MT College of Engineering and Management was quite a busy place like many other colleges. The students in their last semester had been going through the placement process and all of them were trying their level best to get a job. Eventually, many of the students of the college were given job offers by the companies, but some others were not so lucky. Amit Dubey was also one of them. He felt depressed because he had not been selected by any of the companies. His academic record was very good, but why was it that he was unable to make it in the interviews? He had already been interviewed by three companies, but none of them had offered Amit a job. This failure had started bothering Amit so much that he had become a diffident person and also and had also started suffering from insomnia. It was at this stage that the Alumni Association of his college extended to him the much needed support. Having known Amit as a good student, Siddhant, his senior, met him and probed what questions were asked and how Amit had responded to them. So, to Siddhant's surprise, the answers given by Amit were not all that bad. However, while answering, Amit had sounded nervous and kept fumbling repeatedly despite the fact that his subject knowledge was fine. Being an intelligent person, Siddhant could easily spot the chink in Amit's armor. Amit needed better verbal and non-verbal expressions to answer the questions. After a rigorous training of 2 weeks, Amit got through an interview in one of the multinational companies with a handsome salary package. Amit Dubey's case establishes the fact that in order to emerge successful in job interviews, some special preparation is required. There undoubtedly are certain personality traits besides good analytical skills and subject knowledge, traits that are desirable in job interviews. Discovering what stands us in good stead in job interviews is quite important to us. However, before going further, let's understand what an interview is and how it is conducted. Definition: the word interview comes from inter and view. Enter means in between and view means to see. In fact, an interview is a process in which the employer gets an opportunity to see whether the candidate is suitable for the vacant position and the candidate tries to prove that they possess the desired skills and knowledge. The crux of the matter is that your prospective employer is only interested in you if you have the desired skills, qualifications, and knowledge. Therefore, before you appear for an interview, you must ensure that you possess these. Further, it is crucial that you are well prepared so that you can confidently stack your claims for the slated position. Before getting to know the personality traits in detail, let's first understand the whole process of the interview so that you can prepare yourself for all its stages. Process. How the interview process appears to be simple. It is a costly affair as it involves a lot of money on the part of the company. The interview panel, comprising a few panelists, tries to probe the suitability of an applicant by asking questions and evaluating their performance. It is thus a time consuming and costly affair for the company. In fact, most of the companies want to select the candidates they are interviewing simply because they do not want to repeat the costly affair. That gives the candidates an advantage as the panel interviewing them is keen to see them succeeding and not failing. So, if you do reasonably well and showcase your potential appropriately, the chances for success are much higher than those of failure. Having said that, the companies also do not want to select a wrong candidate, as writing a wrong would result in further wastage of time, money, and energy on their part. In many companies, therefore, you can observe that the duration of an interview is increasing, particularly for high ranked positions, and the interview process may involve analytical tasks, group activities, presentation exercises, and psychometric tests, besides the usual interaction between the candidate and the selection panel. Therefore, it is advisable to be prepared on all fronts. Keeping the above mentioned facts in mind, the first thing you should do is to keep your resume updated and practice the frequently asked interview questions. These simple exercises be very effective and can go a long way in consolidating your performance in the interview. Once you will plan to apply for a particular position, follow a three-step process which includes the following steps: gathering information about the company, aligning your qualifications and skills with the job requirement, and preparing accordingly. Performing to the best of your ability during the interview. The interview process requires you to first gather information regarding the company where you are going to appear at an interview. It is essential for you to know the total turnover, the products and services, number of employees, its branches, work cultures, and future plans of your prospective company. This will enable you to brush up your knowledge and further enhance your skills required and establish a quick rapport with the panel members. Stages in job interviews. Having understood the interview processes, let's know the various stages through which your suitability for the job is assessed. These stages may include the following steps: stages of screening, different modes. Job interviews can be held using a variety of modes that are as follows: screening, and appraisal of applications, psychometric test, aptitude test, competency test or technical know-how, group discussion, personal interview technical, personal interview HR, negotiations, medical test. It's 8. Telephonic teleconferencing interview. A common initial form of interview is the telephonic interview. It is an interview conducted over the telephone or mobile phone. In a telephonic interview, One person from the company may interview the candidate while teleconferencing involves a formal telephone conversation between two or more individuals using advanced cloud meeting technologies such as hashtags meetings. In this situation, you will not encounter your interviewer face to face. Instead, you will see each other in a live online meeting or over the phone. This has the advantages of keeping costs low for both the employer and the candidate. In case of large number of candidates, this method is used as a tool for the first round of screening. Though a telephonic interview sounds easy when compared to a face-to-face interview, the task requires thorough preparation on the part of the candidates. In this type of interviews, the candidate's voice modulation, tone, fluency, and confidence play a key role. The candidate's voice modulation, tone, fluency, and confidence play a key role. At times, telephonic interviews may finally decide a candidate's suitability for a position. Mostly, however, it is followed by other rounds of the interview, which aim to evaluate and determine a candidate's suitability for the job from multiple perspectives. At times, these rounds may not be preceded by telephonic interviews at all. Interview through video conferencing.